damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. And if you hear some blowing sound or some humming in the background, it's because I'm currently in Clovis, California, and it's hot as shit. The Central Valley does not play in late June. Anyway, man, so much stupid shit going on. It's like it's bottomless. There's no end. Just when you think you've seen the most stupid thing, or you've heard of the worst capitulation in human history. Hold on a second. Give them another 24 hours. They'll blow that shit out of the water. Now, excuse me before I get started. Little beverage. Cup I got for Father's Day for my kids. Sorry about that. Let me bring it back. Okay, so of course, it's Tuesday, the start of a new week, which means we just came out of a weekend, which means a bunch of fucking black people got killed in Chicago. You think Chicago is going to stop killing? Man, they don't give a shit. They didn't get that Black Lives Matter memo. I'm sorry. The certain Black Lives Matter memo. Oh, I'm sorry. Adult certain Black Lives Matter. They got to change their fucking chant. Because it's not just Black Lives Matter. No, it's certain ones. Because if the killer's black or colored, they don't give a fuck. And apparently, they don't care if they're children. Chicago doesn't care about the death of children. That speaks to your city. That speaks to your leadership. It's fucked up and it's disgusting. Why do I say that? Because was it a 1 month old? Between 1 and 3 month old was killed this weekend. A 13-year-old girl was shot in her head while she was in her grandma's apartment watching TV. Because two groups of sorry-ass gangbangers who should be feeding worms right now got in a little shootout. They're not trained marksmen. They don't hit the range. They don't practice safety. They just shoot. And this 13-year-old girl at the beginning of her fucking life was snuffed out. Same with that little baby, that little infant. A baby was shot and killed, and none one of those people give a fuck. I don't see any marches for the babies. Baby Black Lives Matter too. No, they don't. No, they fucking don't. Ask Planned Parenthood. So another disgusting, violent weekend in Chicago. 60-some people shot, 15 killed. Just another day in the shy. Just another day. Morning. Did more than 10 people get killed this weekend? Sure did. Have a great day, Chicago. You fucking cesspool. That damn mayor needs to be waterboarded. Wake your ass up, get the fuck out of the hair salon, and fix your city, you moron. Call for help. Why are the feds not on the ground? Why are troops not there on the ground in Chicago? It's an obvious war zone. National Guard, come on through. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Let's Make This City Safe. A 13-year-old and a baby were murdered. And you won't see none of these fake-ass, bitch-ass protesters out there. Here's a great protest for you. I'll tell you what they will protest for in Chicago, where more than 4,000 people are shot every year, where more than 800 people are murdered every year. I'll tell you what they will protest for and march for. You ready? Black trans lives. Yes. Thousands of people gathered, I believe it was on Saturday, in Chicago, in one of these fucked up neighborhoods where the murders happened. They were marching for black trans lives. Now let me ask you this. How many fucking black trans people were killed in Chicago? 4? 5? Are you kidding me? You're protesting this bullshit when you got children being murdered and innocent people? I'm sorry. There are bigger fish to fry than worrying about the fucking black LGBT alphabet soup group. So you people will get together and march for the handful of black trans lives, but won't make one damn sign or march one damn block for children being murdered in your fucking city. Chicago, you suck. You should be cut out of the United States and set adrift in the fucking ocean. What a disgusting cesspool piece of shit Chicago is. How many is it going to be next weekend? It's the 4th. It's going to be the 4th of July. I bet they'll crank that shit up. I'm going to go ahead and make a guess. I'm going to say 115 shot and 25 dead. That sounds about right for a holiday weekend in Chicago. We'll put lead in about 100 people, over 100 people. We'll kill more than 25 in a fucking 48-hour span. Remember, this isn't a week, a month, a year. This is a weekend from Friday to midnight on Monday. When are we going to do something about it? When are they going to do something about it? When are the troops going to be there? Because the police and the mayor can't fucking handle it. Can't or won't. I think it's a mixture of both. So if you can't handle it, like my mom would tell me, if you can't make good decisions, somebody's going to make those decisions for you. Chicago can't make good decisions. We need to make the decisions for them. And save those certain black lives. Save those young black lives. 13 and a month old. Hello, testing. Is this thing on? What the fuck? How many more people, how many more children need to be murdered in Chicago before something is done? Maybe if those kids were trans kids, they would have marched for them and done something. Bunch of bullshit. More bullshit. You ready? So, the BET Awards. What the fuck is BET, Jericho? In case you don't know, it's Black Entertainment Television. And the irony is, the CEO, the creator and founder of BET is a fucking conservative. Anyway, so the BET Awards were this weekend. Yeah, I didn't know either. I don't watch that shit. All this is a bunch of reality shows showing a bunch of ghetto-ass fucked up black people. But they have the BET Awards. Now, normally, they only carry the BET Awards on BET, on the Black Entertainment Television, on that channel. But you gotta remember where we are now. We are down the rabbit hole of wokeness. Whack. Woke at all costs. So what is CBS, ABC, and I can't remember who the other, or MTV, that's right. What they do? They showed the BET Awards on their fucking channels. And of course, they've never done this before. Never. But now, in the era of capitulation, now in the era of if I don't do or say this, I'm going to be called what? You know. So in this era we live in now, they carried the BET Awards. Who gives a fuck about the BET Awards? What is that going to do for society? What does that do for black folks because you showed the BET Awards on your fucking station? Nothing. All this bullshit where they're painting Black Lives Matter on the pavement and in the street, that does nothing. These violent ass bullshit protests do nothing. That's how we know you're not fucking serious, because you're not doing anything serious. Painting words in the street? What the fuck is that? burning shit, destroying shit, you're doing nothing. They don't want to roll their sleeves up and get to work. They don't want to get into the nitty and the gritty. They don't want that. They just want to act like and look like they are. If you're serious, you're going to tackle these broken fucking families and this poor health. Well, they don't have access. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Because if you can Facebook Live your ass twerking, and you can tweet all this bullshit and Instagram Live every minute of your life, you got access. But they're not serious. That's why they're not going after the serious issues. Police brutality? Get the fuck out of here. I've been black for damn near 40 years. Haven't seen it yet. Still looking to get my slice of that brutality pie. Haven't got it yet. Haven't found it. Haven't seen it. Does it exist? Yeah, for sure. There's humans involved, right? There's going to be some fucked upness. Guaranteed. Is it an epidemic and a major problem? Hell no. Like my dad would always say, hell no. Man, please. But why don't we end this on a good note? Oh, no, fuck that. On a great note. So I know you've seen it. There's this couple in St. Louis, I believe it was in St. Louis, Missouri, and they got a nice piece of property. And of course, they want to protect said property from anybody. But this particular day, it happened to be these collection of dumbasses known as Black Lives Matter protesters. Protesters. I use that word loosely. Because growing up, when I saw protests, they were usually peaceful. There was some singing. You know, it was a positive vibe. It wasn't dangerous. It wasn't violent. But this passes as protest nowadays. So, these people, they've been reading papers. They've been looking online. They've been watching the mainstream mediocres. And what they're telling me is these fucking protesters are violent. What they're telling me is they target white folk. Guess what? This couple was white. So they felt their life was in danger. And they were right. Because from what I've seen, that's what these protesters do. They destroy shit and they hurt people. So they saw these fools coming down the block after they broke through two barriers. There were two gates to keep these dummies out. See, when people live in gated communities and nice houses, they live there because they don't want to fuck with the riffraff. They don't want any problems, and I don't blame them. So these protesters break on through, come on down, chanting their bullshit. This couple said, not today. That couple said, you know what? I'm going to meet you at the corner of fuck you and take one more step. See you there. They came out front. The lady, it looked like a little Walther P-32, like that James Bond gun, and she's holding it all funny and shit. I don't blame you, girl. You hold that thing however you need to. And her husband was out there with this big, black, scary assault rifle. Oh, my God. He was holding that big, black, scary thing. And guess what? Them motherfuckers kept moving. Yeah, they talked a little bit of shit, but they weren't about to go up in that house and mess with anything. Because that couple was protecting their property. You have a right to, I think. They haven't completely destroyed the Second Amendment, have they? Those people took full advantage. They're probably looking on their security cameras like, it's time, honey. Grab that shit and meet me in the yard. And if they started spraying those fuckers, I wouldn't have blamed them. You know why? Keep your ass off my property. There's a clear distinction between my property and that sidewalk. You stay the fuck off my property, or I'm gonna start squeezing this trigger. Because St. Louis is the most violent city in America. And forgive them for not thinking the police would be there quick, fast, and in a hurry. Hell, those police were probably over there dealing with protesters at another location and couldn't come and help them. That's all right. Don't worry about it. St. Louis PD, I got this. Because you know what? Contrary to popular belief, we know how to protect ourselves better. The police show up after shit's done. Those people are awesome. Those people are great. There should be and there will be more people like this. We're going to see more of this. We're going to see more people meeting these fucking protesters up front. You ain't coming in here. Take that bullshit down the block. It ain't happening here. My family's in here. My property's in here. Fuck you. I'm not scared of the police, and I'm not scared of going to jail. What I'm scared of is something happening to my family. What I'm scared of is you damaging my property. What I'm scared of is you throwing a fucking brick through the window and hitting my kid. That's what I'm scared of. And if you think I'm gonna let that happen, check your shoelaces, because you're fucking tripping. That shit ain't gonna happen. That's a man's job. That's a man's duty. Haha, I said duty. That's his duty. That's his obligation to protect his family. A man will serve whatever time he needs to serve as long as he protected his family. Especially in California. In order for you to shoot an intruder and not go to prison, you have to catch them with their arms around, their hands around your wife's neck, squeezing the life out of her, and then you have to ask him, hey, sir, are you going to stop choking my wife, or do you plan on killing her? And if he says, I plan on killing her, then you can shoot him. But don't shoot him too many times, because that's overkill. Bullshit. I don't care about none of that. You come creeping in this motherfucker, we're going to have an exchange of lead. Period. There's no other ending to this story. There's no director's cut. There's no deleted fucking scenes. This is the only way this movie is going to end. You are getting shot. Case closed. Period. And you're pushing people into that corner even more because there's a feeling that law enforcement and the people who are in charge don't give a fuck. i.e., Seattle. The mayor already asked these people to leave. See, that's the problem. She asked. No, I'm telling you, you got 24 hours to clear out. Or I'm coming in here with SWAT, tear gas, and ass whoopings. And anybody left in here, you're getting all three. People have to protect themselves because you're not going to help us. And that's fine. I don't care. Just bring the meat wagon and don't try to put me in jail for shooting this piece of shit. Kudos to that couple. I want to see them on our next printing of coins, or our next time we come up with a new face on some of our money. Put them on there because they represent America. Don't fuck with me. I won't fuck with you. But if you come over here on my property with that bullshit, trying to destroy things and hurt me, I can't have it. I can't and I won't. Period. What did somebody call them? Cul-de-sac commandos. Yo, good for them. Good for them. And like I said, we're going to see more of this. You're going to see more people like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not going to let you come in here and destroy what I've worked for. And these people, and they said it was a mansion. That shit looks like an official building. When I first saw the video or the still pic of them with the guns in front of their house, I was like, are they a city hall? What the fuck? Why are those people holding guns in front of that federal building? No, that's a house. That's what $1 million gets you in St. Louis, in Missouri. In California, $1 million will get you this car I'm sitting in. A house like that in California, that's tens of millions of dollars. Don't even look at $1 million. Don't even come over here. Don't even dial my number for $1 million. You ain't gonna get nothing that looks like that inside the borders of California for $1 million. Shit, I might have to go to Missouri. That thing was palatial. But anyway, we're gonna see more. We can't sit around and wait for the people in charge to come help us, because they ain't in charge of shit. They can't balance a budget. They can't keep people safe. We have to do it. That's on us. And that's fine. I want more responsibility, because taking responsibility from someone is dangerous. You make them a fucking victim and they become dependent. I ain't dependent on shit. You protesters, you Black Lives Matter motherfuckers want to start coming in the neighborhoods, you're going to have some problems. People aren't playing that shit. We're tired of it. How many times we got to turn on the TV and see cities burning and see people saying, if you're white, you're evil and we're going to come hurt you? Fuck that. Not today. Not in that neighborhood. She had that little Walther out there like, hey, if he don't get you, I will. Man, let me wrap up my damn weekend. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.